Yeah, I mean, it's a tough moment for us right now. The biggest thing is I'm going to get very emotional when I talk about how proud I am of these guys. We battled all year long. We got better and better. And we came up short. Like I told them in there. It's the first time they're in a situation like this. In February, we started together. We 4 points away from winning a state championship against a team that's been in there 5 straight times. They won on the field last year. Very talented group. And like I told the kids, I don't want any blame. I don't want any blame besides anybody but me. It's me that prepares a football team, and it's these players that execute, and especially these two that's to my right of me, and then the rest of that team. They played their butts off tonight, and I thought we did a great job. Probably one turnover and the difference in the game between the two teams. So I'll take that. This is a team that we played that was ranked 19th in the country in week 9. 19th in the country. And here we are playing 4 quarters with them, looking to get the ball back one more time, or, one more big play in the game on any fades, and hats off to them. They went on the best drive of the year, best drive of the game, when it counted the most. I mean, that's hats off to them guys. They're a well-coached group, and they're very talented, but I'm super proud of Jesuit High School. I'm super proud of these players. And it's a great time to be on Carrollton and Banks.
Coach, your thoughts? The early in the ball game, it was, I know it was kind of a rough start, but it seemed like you really got your kids and the coaches to calm down, and you scored 10 straight to cut the lead at the half, and that really gave y'all confidence going into the second half.
Yeah, I mean, we just didn't make enough plays. I mean, we actually had the ball down there, and we had to settle for a field goal where they got the touchdowns. Because it was even after but early on, listen, these kids are in uncharted waters. We've been pretty consistent on different things in special teams game, and that's on me. I mean, the punter, the snap goes over the head. I think the adrenaline going. We kind of amped up for the game. It's different the way the state championships work with the wait time and everything else. And snap goes over the head, and I didn't prepare our kicker enough, punter enough for the decision where he thought he could still punt the ball, where he probably needed to punt the ball out of the end zone. And who knows what happens. So, I mean, the whole preparation side of things. But once we got through that first quarter, we were able to get a field goal. We got a field goal. I thought we had a nice, I thought Jack had a nice throw. I thought we had something going. And it just didn't work out, but, we were able to kick a field goal, and was proud of that. And then, outside of that, it was a field position game for most of the game. They do a great job on special teams. And, when we did have a chance, when we did finally get it flipped our way, they took the ball for the 9-yard line and drove, like championship teams do.
Coach, was Five's ability to get extra yards when they weren't there, was that a big part of the game, you think?
There's no doubt about it. I thought as the game went on, we have not faced anybody that averages 300 pounds on the offensive line. Maybe St. Aug a little bit, but it's a different style of game. And they stuck to the running game and they just kept, and it's a pounding you take. And I mean, our guys, I think our biggest guy up front is probably around 240 pounds. And that's just a pounding that you take all game long. And hats off, my defensive staff's been great all year. My defensive players have been great all year executing. And it was 14-10. The difference in this game is, however they scored and however we scored, it's 2 scores each. We kicked a field goal, and they scored 2 touchdowns. I mean, these are 2 teams we played toe to toe with Catholic High, and I think we're one of the better teams in the state, and we are proud of that.
That drive that they put together at the end, you've had drives like that through the season. Did you see your team as did you see similarities between the two, and what were you thinking coming in?
I think both teams want to run the football. That's both programs. Their MO being physical, it looks like. I think that they got the ball at the end. they're used to being there. I think we wore down. When we wore down, we started tackling a little high. You know, I think they had a third down early in the drive. You know, there's definitely similarities. We won many games like that at the end, and it just happened to us. And you know, these seniors, you know, they showed us the blueprint of what we need to be in Jesuit football. With Jesuit football, and you know, Jack led these seniors. That's 28 total of them, and you know, everybody talks about the number of 28. I mean, I think Jesuit, we're always going to have an upper 20s of seniors. But it's leadership from Jack, you know, that just has us where we're at with his leadership council and the team. And for Dom, who's a junior, I mean, what a lesson this has learned. Big shoes to fill now, and I'm excited once we get through this to get right back at it and just develop into a better football program.
For the players, you fall behind 14-0. Describe offensively and defensively what it took for you guys to stay in the game and do what you did to take it to the end.
Sure. It definitely came down to great coaching. Obviously, none of us have been in that position before, and the coach's ability to just keep us composed and calm throughout the process was a big help. We knew we were never out of it until the very end, and I think our team did a great job battling throughout. Just came up a little short at the end. Can't do much about it, but no, we played our butts off. Hats off to the defense, to only holding up to 14 points, and looking forward to see what this program has in the future.
Jack, what you can say about your senior year more than anything else, how you led on the field, on and off, but not just that, how your senior class really made the accomplishment you made the last couple of years, especially this season, making it to the state title game.
Yes, sir. It all started back in freshman year. We all joined the team. Those summer workouts, early mornings, late nights, it all led to this moment, and I couldn't be more proud of all the guys around me that really made the team blossom this season. It was great coaching to kind of mold us that way and lead us to the results we have. And it's a shame we came up a little short at the end, but I think the team's in good hands right now. It's juniors like Dom. They're going to bring it up and hopefully bring a similar result next year, hopefully finish strong.
Now, why were you guys able to settle down, you think, after the beginning when you guys were down? It looks like you guys really settled down after that.
Well, I would say the reason why we would be able to settle down was definitely our seniors. Our leadership on the defense was immaculate. We were all together, just knew that, you know, we were not going to go out like that, you know, and we just knew that we had to play together. And, you know, when we play together, that's when we play our best. So we just, everybody leaned on each other. We trusted each other to make the plays. We came back. Sadly, you know, we fell short, but if it wasn't for us being the team that we are, you know, the defense in particular, the brothership that we are, we wouldn't have made it as far as we have. Sadly, we came up short, but you know, we just came back because we had the will. And that's really, we just had the grit to come back. That's because all of our seniors, we didn't want to let them go. So.
Coach, they had the ball on the 18-yard line after a punt. They missed a field goal. That was a big series in the game. Could have gotten away from you there, aren't you think?
Yeah, I mean, it had been 17-10. You know, it was kind of a field position game. You know, we didn't execute on, you know, a couple things that we've been executing on special teams, on kickoffs and different things, and they got field position, you know, definitely not where we wanted it. They started most of their drives around the 40-yard line outside the opening kickoff. And but that's how we've been playing all year. We've been able to change, and we needed to have that extra possession, get a little momentum. We can never really sustain a drive to really keep them on the field to get to our tempo that we wanted. And that's a hats off to them. They kept mixing up things on us and just doing enough. But yeah, the field goal, that was big. It's still been a one-possession game, good thing. And, you know, but like Jack said, very proud of these guys and his teammates. And, you know, we move on from it. Lessons can be learned.
Coach and the players, you guys were right around 500 last year. How did you just kind of make the progression from that to being in the state championship in just an all season?
Well, it's guys like this. It's, you know, when I get hired and the quarterback who, you know, you always want your quarterback to be the leader of the team. And we start texting and we had a coffee shop going over some of the offense. And it got to the point where by the time we got the spring football going, I think he had to remind me on some of the offense. he's writing everything down and very particular, and he just does a great job. And what I tell you about, you know, Jack here, and we have so many other guys on this team that's in this program that just do a great job. But I'm going to miss the heck out of Jack. I mean, he's one of the best that I've ever coached, on and off the field. And at some college, and I don't know which one yet, it's going to be one of the luckiest days of their life, and they don't even realize yet what they're going to get as he keeps growing and developing.
Coach, what you can say, you know, you've been in the Catholic in the past as a player. We kind of talked about this before, but how it is being back, especially after your first season, what you can say about this year learning in your first year back in the Catholic League officially.
Well, I mean, it's great competition week in, week out, and you have to play your best week in, week out, because you're always playing against a well-coached team, well-prepared team, good players, and so it's exciting week in, week out, and these guys earn this. Where I mean, it's just been massive crowds for us. It's been great support that we had, and you know, it's really. Once again, I've said this before. It's definitely not about me. It's about these players. These players need to. They're on the field. They work hard. They do a lot of great things. I'm blessed to have a good coaching staff that prepares their guys well. And you know, I just ask them what they want to do, what they like, and we try to call the best we can and put the ball in guys like Jack's hands, and defensively Coach Rule and Coach Baglow. And you make sure that Dom's lined up in the right spot with the rest of his linebackers. And I think we've done a great job executing and really just playing Jesuit football. You know, will we take back probably 10 minutes of tonight's game on not playing our brand of football, and you know, because we rarely beat ourselves, you know, and there was a couple times where we did do that today, but I mean, it is what it is right now. Nothing's going to take away the way I feel about this team. These guys are champions. These guys competed for a state championship. These guys will always go down in my book as champions. Now, one team gets a gold, one team gets a silver in a 14-10 game. But I know, you know, these guys are champions, and they're going to be very successful in the future. And I'm just blessed to have them a part of my life.
Any other questions?